Welcome to the B stream, everybody, and welcome to a momentary solo cast featuring me on Sab. Bravo is AFK for a few seconds. He will be joining us in a few moments, so please bear with us for some beautiful analysis that, of course, only he can provide. But we do have a great series in front of us, and we are heading back to Pool C between Native Gaming and Cloud9. And off the rip here, on interference strongholds, we're going to see C9 go 3 dead, and A and B being flipped by Native Gaming. Now, Native Gaming 0-2 in pools at the moment, and we saw C9 go to yet another Game 5 that they weren't able to close out, which has kind of been the story of their last couple of events. Very impressive performances, but not been quite able to get over the line when it really does matter against the biggest teams that we do have here at the Halo World Championships. The Overshield is going to be descending into the darkness for a few moments as we will see Native Gaming now get control of B and C, and will continue to score. C9 yet to get a foothold, and if you know anything about interference strongholds and you're with me for this cast, then you'll know that we're expecting to see pretty big runs of points before we start to see a little bit of a turnaround. But a 3 or 4 dead situation can be one of the most devastating in all of Halo Infinite here on this map. Sceptify will fall again, but it's going to be Native who find themselves down a couple of numbers for now. So an opportunity maybe for C9 to get a little bit of map control before they try and flip C, which looks like their attempted play. You see Gilkey's trying to do what he can at the moment, but he'll be dealt with, and it will indeed be C that's going to be flipped. Now, the flank is coming in from APG. Love that position down, just hiding on Nest, waiting for that push to come in. And by doing so, he gets the reset onto B here, and will keep momentarily Native Gaming scoring, but B will now be flipped, as is the usual path, of course, here on Interference. We're going to see numerous kills being picked up and flipped around after we see that 3 dead situation, and we see C9 now with their opportunity to get that scoring starting to rally and snowball in their favor. Gilk and Barcode will go down, which means that C9 still have a couple of strongholds in their control, and we'll have to see if they're able to wrestle their way back into this game as the Overshield will pop. They're going to grab that one as well, and a thrust will be collected. 2 more thrusts to be collected, I should say. In the favor of C9s, they're sharing the goodies for now. Svspector, who's been very impressive once again statistically this event so far, just to clean up some damage. Triple cap now in effect for Cloud9, which means this scoring and the score overall is getting closer and closer. Native managed to wrestle away A. With C9 still in control of B and C, they're going to be scoring, and it should be a tie game in just a few moments, and C9 will turn this one around. So a hot start for Native Gaming. Will be slowed after the comeback now from Cloud9, based off of a couple of kills that came up around that Overshield popping, which they managed to put to use. Sceptify, big shots coming in from him, not just to stay alive, but allow his teammate to get involved in that fight. Keep him alive in a way that allowed them to get the kill. It's going to be 3-4 dead here for Native Gaming again, and after what was a very good start for them, this triple cap has been stifling. And if you're watching for the first time, a reminder that strongholds, if you are capturing all 3 of the points, A, B, and C, you are going to score double the speed, essentially, of what you would if you're only holding the 2. That's why you're seeing C9 really start to get into a position here where they are running away with it. Doubling up now on the score of Native Gaming. The thrust here for Svspector, who's still got 2 to play with as well. Gilkey's going to be taken down as they trade shots with that bandit rifle. And C9, in a 2v2 scenario, look to continue the press as they do have a numbers advantage momentarily. Sceptify gets that kill, and they should be able to flip C here as the Overshield is going to be popping again in around 15 seconds. That's the next point of contention for both these teams. C9 trying to play for that Overshield as well as the flip onto B, and they will continue to score. It's been a really difficult situation for Native Gaming to try and fight its way out of, as it has been for the majority of the Halo Championship Series teams. Here on Interference, double push coming in from Native towards the engine side, and good news, everybody. I'm going to be able to take a breath, because as Bravo rejoins us here, the story of the game so far has been a hot start for Native Gaming, out to 50 points, but it's been C9 all since then.
Have you been casting this entire time?
I have.
It's a lot of points on the board.
You owe me 100 points of casting. This is all you.
No problem. You got it. I will get you back here. Great to be with you, and quite a lead here.
Missed you, man.
Missed you too.
It's really difficult without you.
Maybe we'll each do it solo. It'll give us even more appreciation for one another, or something like that.
I wouldn't put you through that. Native Gaming managed to get a little bit of control though. This is a good thing. C9 went on that classic 100-point spree that you do see here on Interference after a hot start from Native Gaming. And Native Gaming have, I was going to say, momentarily managed to find their way back into this game, but B is being flipped by C9. Tapid's working on A, and it will be Native who finally find their way back into this game as C9 find themselves 2 dead.
AC hold still in effect here for the native side. All the pressure coming in. Top mid very nicely done here by tapping. Somehow manages to live through all this. We'll see if they can push out though. Still 2 dead for the side of C9.
It's strange to jump back into a game like that.
It really is.
Yeah.
I'm
trying my best to kind of give you the story.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm playing catch up, but good to be here.
Give me a hell of a game too. Anyway, Tapping Buttons, Barcode and Gilk get their kills to put C9 and 3 in the death screen once again, and Native Gaming now find themselves in a position where we are almost at a tight game again. The remote detonation comes in, shooting that nade on the floor. It was a cheeky way to get a couple of kills as APG finds another one as well. So Native Gaming have done a really good job of keeping their foot on the gas, having picked up that initial 3 or 4 dead, and from that they've run with it. It's a triple kill again, and tapping with some beautiful, not even beautiful, perfect shots to pick up yet another one. Means that C9 are kind of reeling a little bit here.
I feel like in the end I joined in the perfect time here to see this entire comeback. I mean, unbelievable swing to now not only have brought this game all the way back. Good shots. See if Sab can grab this one away. No, he cannot. It stays here on the vent. We'll see if anyone's able to grab that, but it feels like we've seen not just a comeback, but a huge swing from the side of Native.
Yeah, it's a really big series for Native as well. Remember, they're 0-2 in pools at the moment, so we're looking at potential elimination conversations starting to happen, right? We're talking about elimination bracket runs potentially having to happen, but you've got to get that win on the board. You've got to manage to force your way in a position to at least continue your Halo World Championship runs, and it would be a very disappointing and a little bit of a damp squib for Native after their performance, their best performance of the season, last event in Salt Lake City, to find themselves in this kind of situation. Well, it is a disappointing situation to find yourselves in, but to lose here to C9 would be a really disappointing way to end the season.
Really, really would here. 200 points on the board. And the first one to cross it. Now they're going to have to fight out of this. AC holds Sab with some very good shots. And to be honest, we know that C9 is capable of some big things in terms of comebacks and being able to stay in games. APG, though, make sure that they stay out in front, at least as far as the kills go.
Cloud9 with a little element of control starting to develop here, Andy. ANC is the hold. Svspector controlling the tower. Gilky going to find himself in the death screen as well. Sceptify is going to pick that kill up after the damage from Svspector, but once again seeing a classic interference strongholds here where essentially the game starts at about 200 each. And we go to that last 50 seconds, last 50 points, excuse me, and the game is decided.
Now BC here for the side of C9 as they will start to mount their comeback, and keep an eye on the kill feed here at the 3v3. This will really determine if C9 is able to get back in this or if Native starts to run away, and now as A starts to flip as well, I think we're going to get our answer pretty quickly.
Manny gets one, Sab gets another, Svspector finds another, and it's the perfect timing as well on the push because the overshield comes up, the triple cap is in effect as well, the scoring is going to be rapid, and with Manny with this overshield, blocks those spawns to make sure that everybody's spawning together here for Native Gaming, and now they can just collapse. This could be the home run.
This really could. What a comeback, as we said, it was a 50-point game just now, and it was going to go one of 2 ways, and it goes 4 dead, plus the overshield grab, as you said, on the perfect timing now. As they'll continue scoring, C does flip, but not before C9 gets to the 220 mark.
Slither of overshield now going to dissipate. Barcode trying to challenge Sceptify, gets that kill, but kills aren't going to be enough here. They need to get inside one of these strongholds. They are inside 2 of them. So at 227, Cloud9 lose a couple of members. The Native Gaming step into one of those strongholds and turn over not just 1 but 2. It's an AB hold. And what we thought might have been a game-ending situation with the overshield in the hands of Cloud9, now we find ourselves with a little bit of squeaky bum time.
We really do here. Sab is still down. However, it's a big help from Manny to make sure that he keeps it a raw 3v3 for the moment. Here comes Barcode on the push.
Big reset. Big reset. C comes in. That's going to buy time here. Barcode has to win this. Sceptify will come out on top of that fight, and Native Gaming find themselves 3 dead. And even though they're trying to flip, C in their control. Sab is inside of B here, and Native Gaming, they had the opportunity, and C9 look like they might be doing enough in this endgame to close this out.
Hey, it does get flipped in the end, but still, as you say, C9 still holding BC, and this needs to be a miracle play here coming in from Native.
I don't know if they're going to have the timing on it. They're not going to have the timing on it. C9 get a couple of kills. They can't get anywhere near that stronghold, and Cloud9 will clutch up in those final moments. They will take game number 1 here in this Pool C match, and they will find themselves up by 1. Welcome back to the B stream, everybody. Andy, over to you. You owe me some casting.
I do, no problem at all. Here we go. Back underway in game number 2. And we'll see if the guys on Native can find signs of life here in this tournament. Don't you cast just yet. I'll keep casting. 2-2.
No, I got you, brother. Don't worry. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that to you.
Okay.
2-2 off the rip here and tapping buttons. It's interesting to talk about, right? The fact that Native gaming at 0-2 at the moment and going up against C9, we knew this pool was going to be crazy.
Yeah.
We knew that someone was going to be disappointed, but I think the way that Native played in that first series made me believe that maybe they would be one of the teams to survive. But then seeing that Dark Inside result that came in, the revenge tour that we were talking about after Native beat them in a Game 5 back in SLC, and they lose the Game 5 to Dark Inside. I mean, we knew it was going to be crazy. We kind of thought that something weird would happen, but I still didn't see it happening after the first series we saw.
I feel the same way. I feel like this pool was set up with an unbelievable amount of storylines, but to see them all actually playing out in their kind of most exciting and extravagant fashions is something else to witness here. 8-7 off the opening for Native, and let's not forget, they need not only this game, but they need this series desperately to stay alive.
Spectrum tapping, they get a trade, so nobody really getting any element of map control. But as I say that, Cloud9 burst into life. It's 3-4 dead. 1 respawner coming in for Native Gaming, and now they are all going to be trapped. You can see the rotate back in. Sceptify just got so much information for his team on where they're going to be, and now you're going to see C9 pushing towards the base. Looking for a little bit of entry damage before they do so, but that battle rifle, we talk about how important that is. There's the flank. The stick comes in, though, from Svspector, and let me tell you, by the way, Svspector's got some of the best sticky grenades in the whole of Halo Infinite. It's a bold claim, but I stand by it.
He really does. I also love, man, Svspector's just been on the quiet grind for a while, right? We've seen him kind of highs and lows of his career, and now what he's done recently with this C9 roster really is something special, and they're looking, of course, to make their biggest splash right here at the Halo World Championship.
Overshield going to be picked up by Native Gaming, so this is a chance for them to not only fashion lead, but maybe extend one as well. Barcode's going to fly in, but there's the thrust! He doesn't get the kill, but has he done enough damage to capitalize on for the rest of his team? It looks like C9 just bait it out perfectly. And I don't know if that was Barcode going a little bit early there with the overshield, thinking that he could get more done. Tapping buttons makes everything right, though. It's a triple kill for him, and he's going to be sliding out looking for the overkill. Not going to find it, though. Sab will find one, and they can't find Sab.
Big plays from tapping now. Not only that triple, but of course that triple brings them now with just a 1-kill lead. And if you're a fan of these players on the Native Gaming side, you're hoping that they're going to somehow dig deep. And even though this would be, let's not forget, they are the 2nd seed in the pool, but you have to think overall this would still be considered upset potential if they take down C9.
Yeah, I have to agree. The way the C9 played back in SLC, they were the shark in the waters when it came to the bracket. The amount of good performances they put in is Game 5 heartbreak for them again a little bit earlier, though. They showed that they can hang with the best in the pool. They can hang with one of the best teams in the world in Shopify Rebellion, but hanging is, like, we talk about the game of margins. That's the difference, right? It's a series win or loss. Nobody cares about what the series result is at the Halo World Champs. It's all about that dub on the line as we see Cloud9 now go into a 1-kill advantage here.
Should also mention, in Pool C and D, you've got the 4th seed actually stealing games, which really never happens when you talk about pool play. The 4th seeded team very rarely making a big impact. However, in Pool C and D, the 4th seed has actually won their series and now really turned things upside down.
Good push coming in here from C9. zMannny going to pick up the double kill. Overshield coming up next one in around 15 seconds or so the attention on the map will turn towards top middle. zMannny trying to wrap onto P side to be able to contest that, but he's going to call out a little bit here. Barcode gets the kill. Barcode will be traded out. He finds another one. Tappin's there to perform cleanup duty once more, but it's Sab as last alive who's trying to deny that overshield pickup, and that's exactly what he will do. Tappin is going to be challenging, but it's Barcode from across map who gets that kill. But where did the overshield go? Was it burn or is it still down top middle?
That's the question. Keep a very close eye on that. Still there, looks like. Going to sit and we'll see who's going to finally be able to grab. Pop does come in, I believe. Yes, indeed, it's going to be tapping with a 1-kill lead still. We'll see if they can extend that further with this overshield.
Tapping buttons, by the way, he's 10-5. Been a great Friday for the LATAM community so far.
Yeah.
Looking for some bodies at the moment. Looks like C9 trying to burn a little bit of time off of this overshield as well. Just turtled up in the back of the base. Now they're going to try and double team. One trade's going to come in from tapping buttons, but it creates enough space for the rest of his team to move up here and try and capitalize on that damage to turn it into some kills. 37-34 now. Spector, he'll be taken down as well by Gilkey. APG starting to turn up a little bit here as well. He's 9-8, 9-9 in this game, leading his team in assists. As Sceptify will at least give Cloud9 a little bit of a foothold on the map here.
I like that OV trade from C9, and in the end, it looks like it might have been an advantage for Native as they get that kill, but that trade from C9 just making sure the OV isn't that big of a factor keeps the game now within just one.
Native go 2 dead. Great shots coming in from both Sab and his teammate there to pick off that kill and pick off one of those Native players on the car side. And now you can see it looks like Native Gaming are trying to retreat back in towards their flag. Tappin's coming out for the trade. He's not going to get that. Sab hit some more good shots. And C9 in the most important moments of this game, with 10 kills to go, find themselves with a 1-kill advantage.
Here's the push. Big nade damage coming in against Sab. Kills are traded out, 2v2 momentarily. Sceptify, last player alive for C9 here.
It's a bit of an all-in here from C9, to be honest with you. And it ends up, I would say, working out for the trades, but with the overshield coming up as well, Native are going to spawn on that pink side. They are going to have access to it. But who's going to be able to pick it up? That could be the game-winning overshield that's come up right now, top middle, and you can see nobody wants to be the first dead.
Sceptify uses both of his nades as well. He might get doubled here, needs to be very careful. Sab is going to get the OV and drop down. An opportunity for C9 to steal this one out from underneath Native again.
Just looking for bodies. Gonna find one. Should find two as well. Sab with this overshield looking to win the game almost single-handedly here. Playing off this damage. It's a triple. Surely it's the over. It's the overkill for Sab when it matters the most in this game. 3 kills now to go. And the overkill off the back of the pickup of the overshield. That's why you go for it. That's why you pick it up, and that's what wins you games.
Beautifully done there for C9, as they now have not only the 4-kill lead off of the overkill, but also just 3 more kills to go before they close out game number 2.
19 kills for Sab in this game, by the way. 19-12 in this game. And that surely has to be the dagger here for Native Gaming. It has to be Cloud9 who make a massive blunder at this point of the game. Manny's going to find one, and that is the signal to charge here for Sab. He gets the killing spree. He gets his 20th, and C9 find themselves 2-0 up in the series. And with 1 game to go to close this out with a 3-0 sweep. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Halo World Championships. Welcome back to the B stream, and welcome back to what might be the last time that we see Native Gaming's on our screen for the entirety of the HWC. C9 2 up in the series, and looking to close this one out, Andy.
Unreal scenes here for this team, and of course they worked hard all season to get here, but it's been a very difficult, to be honest, just pool for them here, and we knew it was going to be a difficult one. As we said, Pool C was called by some the pool of death, at very least called by everyone the hardest pool to call at this tournament. They found themselves victim to a lot of their opponents so far, and C9 might just be their final one.
One thing they do have on this map is experience. We mentioned before previously how APG probably has the most games on Empyrean. Wow. And Gilkey certainly knows his angles when it comes to this sniper rifle. They need Gilk to have a Gilk-like performance if they want to keep themselves alive in this tournament. APG is going to get a kill a little bit further up the map, and it looks like Native are swarming on this base. C9 are 2 dead at the moment. Barcode gets the trade in the base. 1 more to deal with, and this is an opportunity to flag run, and I love this from Gilk. Wraps back through, but look at the spawn.
Hey, spawn.
Look at the spawn.
They take down Manny. I think it was a needle spawner. It's pretty wild. Also, Sceptify is a needle spawner, so in the end, they finally get the splits that they were looking for, but guess what? That flag's going to be dead in the water. Manny's alive again somehow. Now just wasting ammo is tapping. Man, just when you think that flag's about to go, a needle spawn comes in, and it gets shut down.
Not sure. I have to watch that one back, because you imagine that someone somewhere would have been blocking the spawns in the courtyard to force that spawn, but it seemed like they had every single piece together to have a clear flag run now. Well, then I should say, as now we look at APG and we look at C9 running a flag of their own. They do shut it down, so C9 going to be on the death screen for a few moments, but they're really interesting situation there. It looked like Native had done everything right.
Just as surprised as you were. To be honest, also when the flag got pulled, I saw Manny respawn, and right away the nade damage on the first BR was so heavy that I'm thinking, how is he perfectly nading from the court? But it turns out, of course, he was just simply nading from the needles. In the end, 2 dead for Native.
Flag is running on the other side from C9, a little bit of a distraction run coming in. Manny behind enemy lines. Decides to give this one up and just retreat towards his team instead. Overshield's going to be coming up pretty soon alongside the Rockets, so a real big power curve about to pop up on the map. You get one or two of those, then you have the opportunity to strike. And C9 a bit on the back foot for 95.6% of this game.
Good math from you.
Hey, I added it up. Told you I'm getting better at it.
Crazy quick calculations you're doing these days.
I see the gaming code now.
Oh, tanks both rockets.
Gets the kill as well, so the Rockets come to nothing. The Overshield is the winner.
Nice job from APG, just eating those rockets, making sure to burn them. And we'll stay here at 0-0 after 3 minutes of play.
Speaking of eating, by the way, shout out to churros.
I wasn't a fan of the churros. I wasn't a fan of the
churro?
catering churros. No, I had one bite. I thought it was pretty mid.
Where's the rest of it?
I know. It's already been tossed. I know you and Scherzi like the churros,
dude,
though.
come on, man. You can't.
There's a lot left. You just, it's unlimited amount.
You've got to dig it out of the bin.
No.
C9 really struggling to get out of the map at the moment. It's interesting, right? Native have been continually pressuring them. APG's got a sniper rifle of his own. Barcode trying to get a trade in this situation with the G-Slide, not going to be able to. APG taking some funky angles from his courtyard at the moment to see if anyone's pushing bridge, but this is the kind of situation where it's like, this is synonymous with what we see from Native today. It looks good, right? They're doing everything right. Something a little bit unfortunate happens, and before you know it, they're down one.
Yep.
Like, they need to kind of keep themselves together in this situation. APG with that shot is going to give them a little bit of an opening at least to push forward. Barcode going to be that first player forward.
See what APG can do. Still Manny pressuring here in the needles. This is going to be a tricky 1v1 between these two.
I think he knows he's there.
Definitely doesn't. But they might have also agreed to go their separate ways. Ships passing in the night. Manny might be in the mauler right now. Yep, there he is. Pulling the flag. Oh! APG gets the last laugh.
I forgot about you, young man.
APG's like, my gun shoots further.
And harder.
Yep. Ooh! That's not always the easiest nade. Often a pretty tricky one. Whoa! He's not done yet, folks. Don't count him out. Now he's done.
18 seasons strong for APG and still showing that the man's got it. It is going to be finally the first flag going in for Native Gaming off the back of the big plays with that sniper rifle from APG. So they avoid what I predicted may happen, and they do manage to get that first flag on the board here as the Rockets will be coming up again in 10 seconds.
It's a big flag cam, and let's not forget there's a long way to go here for the side of Native, and not just in this game, but also in this series. But we'll see if they can find the resolve that they need and the resilience. Premature repulse.
Yeah, you never want to pop a repulse too early.
Don't I know it?
Told that many times. Barcode now with one rocket to work with. Manny popping up and down on that tower. Playing this one patiently, knows those grenades angle, what the angle of the grenades is going to come in from. And now I try to support his teammate in and around the mauler, but play this one a bit slower and more patient. Like the trigger discipline here, would have been very easy to predict that player would jump up, but
I would have pre-fired this rocket 7 times before now.
Yeah, they would have 0 rockets left.
Ah, there it goes. See, you should have just pre-fired it.
Flag moving here for C9. 2 dead for Native Gaming. What's the remote detonation?
Nice work from Manny.
Good support from Sceptify as well. More importantly, just giving him a little bit of a body block, and it looks like no one from Native Gaming is in position. And the worrying thing is with Sab picking up a double, and with the location of Barcode well known.
Oh, wait.
I think he just threw it off the map.
There
as well as his own body.
Yep. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Premature firing of the weapon off the map.
Sometimes you just eat the whole package.
Yeah, just throw
yourself off.
Yeah.
Try again next time. We've been there before.
1-1. Native trying to put the pressure back on. The first flag that we've really seen pulled with any kind of gusto coming in from C9, and it does turn into that cap. So showing that they've got the efficiency once they got the pieces in place. To cap flags. Barcode, Svspector.
God.
Tapping might be next. He gets taken down. Gilkey's trapped in the cuts as well. 2 dead here for Native Gaming. You can see there's numbers as well for Cloud9 on the needle side. Sceptify's inside the base. He gets that last kill. And now Svspector, he's going to be spawn killing. If he can find a couple of kills, a couple of bodies here, C9 might be able to get this one back.
Deja vu, man. He just the exact same run. I didn't think he got to get that thing. He got it.
Damn slippy poles. Barcode might be the last chance to be the savior here. So 2v2 on the map. Spector can't land the bullet. Sab gets the touch, but has he just thrown it into a position which is easier to return here? Or is it going to be something that Spector can access? He's trying to play the head glitch, trying to play his life, but Gilkey will get that kill, and now they're going to worry about the counter cap.
See what Gil can do. Gonna try to jump on this real quick, and should be able to. 3 were dead. Spector is the last player alive. This should be a pull here for Native, and we'll see if they can get another flag on the board. Sceptify is your first spawner. Let's see how early he engages.
What?
He's here too?
Spawns needles
Another Mauler spawn.
I don't know what's...
Another one.
Someone blocked something. Someone's got to be doing something wrong.
Was it Gilk?
Looking at you, Gilk.
I see Gilk in S1 right now. How long has he been there? And where was he before that? I want the receipts. That is a wild series of spawns again. And I'm not saying they were the wrong ones, but certainly not the ones they hoped for.
Yeah, they were the wrong ones if you're Native Gaming.
Yeah.
They were the right ones if you're C9, because that should have been 2 more flags, at least down the long haul for Native Gaming, had those needle spawns had not come in.
I would be hyper suspicious if I didn't see Gilk in S1 moments later.
I'm as suspicious knowing that Gilk was S1.
As suspicious of what?
Who was responsible for the spawn.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. I was suspecting that the spawns were wonk. Now I'm wondering if positioning was wonk. Gotta be careful for those.
Yeah.
All the wonky bits.
Good luck with that one. I'm not going to follow you down that path. I care for my employment status, which is shaky at the best of times.
I'm not even sure if I'm employed for this event. No. They just keep telling me.
turn up.
They just keep telling me to put the headset on.
2:51 left on the game clock as Native Gaming find themselves 3 dead, and C9 applying just a little bit of pressure, but the trade's coming in, which allows at least a little bit of a reprieve here for Native to get back on the map. But this is now a very, very dangerous time, not just in the game, not just in the series, but of the tournament for Native Gaming. Being tied up on 1-to-1. 25 seconds until the rockets are coming up, and Sab is starting to hit some big shots. It's all with that snipe for C9 as well, but Tappin answers back with a snipe of his own.
Sceptify realizes that he barely got away with his life as well. It's a nice shot from Tapping. Sab also. Just holding down sword. 2:09 left here. This one could go. You got the feeling it's already in sudden death based on the fact that we're in Empyrean, but this one really could also go all the way into an official round of overtime. Ooh, you heard it.
Manny gets the pop on the overshield.
Taking the long way.
APG's got the rockets though, so it's a split of power up and power weapons. Tapping bodies, or at least does a little bit of damage. Maybe not the body with the sniper rifle. APG turns around, fires 2, doesn't get the kill, gets the stick though. It's going to be a trade. On the other side of this, Barcode is trying to be a little bit of a snake in the grass, a little bit of a slippery pickle. Another example of something that's a little bit badly tracked. Please give me one, I got nothing else.
Sceptify wins the battle there in the 1v1. Still 2 dead. See what Sab can do. Got a flag return coming in here. If they get this kill in the pit, might be able to continue this pressure. Should be able to take down Gilk. They do. Sab will fall though. It was 3 dead momentarily. Sceptify was the last player alive.
APG will get the return. They will send this one back with a minute left on the clock before we head into a little bit of pie chart action and overtime. Maybe Native Gaming have got some space to do something with, but just as I say the sentence, the kill feed lights up in blue, and Cloud9 may go from the defenders to the aggressors in this situation. Sceptify is flying down the long haul to try and create some space for them, and maybe thinking about getting that flag moving.
Sceptify taken down, Tapping isolates them out. Like you said, I like the aggression, I like the idea. However, you're going to get picked out there if you just are a little bit too fast for the pace. Looks like Manny might get taken down as well.
However, push.
Wait, Manny stays alive.
Triple courtyard push coming in from C9 here. It's a little bit untoward. It's a little bit unpredictable, but they have the flag off the stand. They have 2 kills. They have 3 kills. If they can get around this corner and get this one across the bridge, there might be a chance. Sam's trying to land out the G-slide. You can see a little bit of nerves maybe in these final moments.
Training run.
But he's getting it across the training. Native Gaming are finding themselves once again in a horrible position with 2 seconds left on the game clock.
Oh my
C9
God.
are going to win it!
Of all the ways for that game to end, it's unbelievable. It's the it's the plat to training run. We've never even seen it, I don't think, in Halo Infinite. And that's the way that game ends. That's the way that series ends. And that's the end of the road for Native Gaming.
Unbelievable way for it to end, but isn't that like the most synonymous way for it to end for Native from what we've seen today?
Yeah.
Some really great moments, some really big moments, but just coming up short in those really important ones, the series-defining ones. And unfortunately for them, they are going to lose that game 2-1. They will fall in the series 3-0. Cloud9 look great, but unfortunately that will be the end of the road for Native Gaming here at the Halo World Championships. We'll be back in a little while with some more games here on the B stream, but for now, we'll see you soon.